Hello everyone, in the next video from Flashpoint campaigns Southern Storm and Autobahn too far scenario, and we are continuing deployment of our forces, of course. So last time we've managed to deploy third company after 30 minutes of planning, huge. So now we are left with fourth company, as far as I remember. Let me unfold everything. Jesus, there is so many of them. Also the fifth company. What's the fifth company, by the way? Oh, that's the mortar company. Okay. Everything unfolded. Not really. Even more units. Okay. Now it's everything. Perfect. So the fourth company. Where do we want to place them? That's a good question. Mm, Actually, that's the unit equipped with only 3 ATGMs. Each unit has 3 million rounds, which gives me 9 in total per platoon. This is not a lot. This is not a lot, and I'm slightly worried about that. But I think because of that, we are going to place them in the urban area, which means that we are going to place them in Westhausen, or maybe as well in Reichenbach. It provides a lot of concealment, it provides a lot of cover. Fighting in urban area, it's usually a bloodbath for the enemy. As you can see, for example, in Ukraine, Bakhmut, Soledar, Severodonetsk, now currently, unfortunately, Avdiivka. So yeah, we are going to defend Westhausen, sorry. Mm, Also, we have couple of Panzerfaust 44. That's a short-range weapon, short-range anti-tank grenade launcher. How is it called, by the way? Here, rocket-propelled grenade, RPG. Yeah, by the way, RPG, the Russian RPG, like the RPG 7. It doesn't mean rocket-propelled grenade, by the way. If you are curious, I don't remember how it goes in Russian, but you can Google it and check it. Maybe I will find it soon. Give me a second, actually. That might be interesting. This is not a rocket-propelled grenade, as you can see here, RPG. Mm, Let me Google it very quickly. Okay, I just need a name of it. Okay, so now be prepared for it because this is huge. Ручной противотанковый гранатомет. Yeah, that means RPG. Seriously, I'm not joking. You can Google it. So it's a anti-tank grenade launcher in general. So funny. Okay, that's it. Uh, let's continue. Oh, I closed my timer. I'm very sorry. I mean, actually, the name is quite similar. Rocket-propelled grenade and the Russian version of it sounds very similar. But now you see the difference that the RPG-7, the Russian one, it's not really the rocket-propelled grenade, but it has its own Russian name for it. Okay, so let's go to fourth company. How many Panzerfaust we have? We have 3 per units with 2 rounds, which gives me 18, if I calculate correctly. 18 Panzerfaust 44 rounds per platoon. By the way, it's quite interesting that we have 3 Panzerfausts per squad. I think this is defined as a squad, right? Do we know it? Oh, it says unit crew of 6. Okay, so 6 men and 3 Panzerfausts. That's quite a lot, I think. Also, I'm not sure because it says that there's only one G3 rifle and one 7.62mm MG3, and also hand grenade, which gives me in total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 men, right? That would be correct. It matches that number here, crew of 6. But does it mean that the guy with Panzerfaust doesn't actually have G3 or any other weapon, and the guy with hand grenade doesn't have rifle as well. I don't know how it's designed under the hood, but that could imply it, which is weird slightly. Uh, but okay, well, I'm very curious how it's implemented. So if anyone knows, please let me know. Either way, let's start moving those units. So first platoon in Westhausen center, second platoon as well, and I think I will place third platoon in Reichenbach. Now let me turn on line of sight. By capturing those positions, I think we are holding very similar area. That's perfect because based on information from line of sight tool, we are observing the same approach, the same hexes. Our line of sight is very similar, which enables us to provide fire support at the same time, to eliminate targets at the same time, which is great because the more firepower at one place, the better, I suppose. So we can stop them and break enemies' morale, enemies' will to push forward, disrupt them. That's the main goal. Okay, perfect. And I think we can also set up SOPs now. So let's go to default, tactical initiative slide. Yeah, we are trying to hold the city. Acceptable losses, do or die. This is huge, but I think substantial. Not very happy of that setting. Actually, I would prefer moderate. But okay, let's select substan. Okay, no, moderate. I've changed my mind. Though I'm not sure how it applies when tactical initiative is slight or for example none, then acceptable losses, how does it apply to it? How it's calculated? It's also the thing which works under the hood, and maybe it is not that much important in that case, since I'm trying to have strict control over my units. Which is, by the way, now I can recall, in Robert Leonhard book, the Art of Maneuver, I've mentioned a couple of times before. Uh, we can differentiate two types of command and control. One is from Germany, from German, Auftragstaktik, which is direct direct control, directive. I'm sorry, directive control, uh, which is based on the fact that the high command gives generic orders what to do. For example, the battalion commander gives the orders to his subordinates, the company commanders, that they are supposed to defend, for example, Highway A7, and then company commanders, they can decide on how to do it. So where to place units, how to assign weaponry, what to do with reinforcements, logistics, and so on. It's up to their discretion. And by doing that's because the higher HQ, like battalion HQ, they may not be aware uh, of the situation going on around, about the terrain as well, about all those minor things which company or platoon commanders know. So that's the directive control. Then the second way of command and control is Befehlstaktik, and that's the control by very precise and detailed orders. So the higher HQ provides very detailed and very strict information and orders on how certain units should operate, where they should be dislocated, where they should be deployed, where how they should behave, and so on. Where are the positions where they should station, and all those details which should be up to the discretion of subordinates, of commanders of companies, platoons, and down the line, down the command chain. So now you can differentiate those two tactics. So Auftragstaktik and Befehlstaktik, you can Google it, you can search it. And actually, in that case, I'm using that game, that tool. I'm it's more like a Befehlstaktik because even as a higher HQ, I'm providing very detailed orders to where my units should be deployed, how they should assign weaponry, what's the fire discipline, what they should do if, for example, artillery decides to bombard them, and so on. So hopefully it's a bit more uh, clear. Of course, I encourage you to read the book itself because it's absolutely great. Anyway, let's go back to SOP Manager. Mm, Fire discipline. In that case, we have to select maximum range because the maximum range that unit can have is 2 kilometers of the Milan itself. Yeah, that's correct. So we are selecting maximum range in that case. Relocate never, correct. Movement preferences concealment, correct. Passenger disembarkment range, one from end of path, and we'll select one from enemy. That's the mm, precautious or safety measure, uh, because I'm not sure what will happen. So just to keep that in mind, M113 GA1. That's the very simple APC. It's not the IFV infantry fighting vehicles. That's the armored personnel carrier. So I need to make sure that my infantry will disembark not where enemy is stationing, but slightly before, to avoid unnecessary casualties because they are very thin and lightly armored. They are terrible in protection. Any kind of RPG or mm, general, any kind of anti-tank weaponry can easily destroy it. Even the autocannon from IFV can easily destroy it. So really, this is not great vehicle. It's only good to protect against mortar fire, against some shrapnels, and that's it. So that's why I'm selecting one from end of path, just in case. And carriers when empty, hide nearby. We don't need support of those M113. They are only supposed to transport our units. And then resupply trigger. That's a good question. Actually, I think I will stick to 25 because I have no clue how it's going to be calculated. So let's stick to default settings. And that's it. Let's apply to all units of same type. There is only fourth company. That's correct. And also apply to this and later unit orders. Now we can switch to from screen to hold to get some defensive bonus. Mm, Let me analyze. That looks correct. Yes, perfect. So now let's go to second platoon. Let's switch to hold as well. Wait a second. I've applied to you. Oh, right. I need to switch to default, apply to this and later unit orders, and now hold should be updated. That's right. Pretty annoying. Okay, now let's edit SOP. Let's go to default and apply to this later and later unit orders. Okay, that's done. What's left? Flag team. Okay, I think flag team will be placed over here, unless we can find better location for it. Actually, we could. The goal is to provide as much protection over my units as possible. So, oh, that's a good place as well. Mm, okay, we'll place it over here, on top of that little ridge here. Cover 90%, concealment 97. That's perfect. Of course, hold. Let's apply. I need to check SOP though, because it's okay. The default one looks good, so let's apply to this and later unit orders. And now hold looks perfect. 2 Stinger units. That's correct. Perfect. What's left? Company is left. Well, not company. Jesus. Company HQ. So let's edit SOP. Let me select default. Tactical initiative generous. Acceptable as minimal standoff range 4. Oh, okay, whatever, really, doesn't matter. We are going to put HQ in Oberaflingen over here, and that should be decent location for that HQ. Is it correct? Yeah. Range to HQ 8 out of 10. That's perfect. What about the third platoon? As well 8. Okay. Lovely. Uh, how much time I have? 15 minutes on my timer. Okay, so maybe we could think about what else? Maybe mortars? I have still my anti-tank platoon. So I could also start deploying my anti-tank platoon. Okay, let's go to anti-tank platoon though. Where are you guys? You are here. The question is where we want to locate them. Mm, they are using Jaguar. Jaguar. True. True American. Okay. Uh, TOW 2. It has 3.7 kilometers range. I'm pretty sure one of them has to station on that ridge down south. I'm pretty sure they will try to push from that direction. And also, I suppose one should station over here supporting the third component. So yeah, I will split them between different units. Well, actually, we can do it already. So let's put first platoon over here, second platoon down here, and let me take a look at line of sight tool. Ah, it looks very, very good. Fortunately, we cannot see the road over here. Could we improve it somehow? No, that's terrible position. Hmm, that hex is nice. Could we place them together? I know it's a bit bold move and might be a bit dangerous, but this is only a section and platoon. It doesn't represent huge signature. Actually, why not? Let's stack them. Let's stack them together. Might be worth it. Of course, they will try to bombard us with artillery. So now thinking about redeploying my air defense section. Let me take a look. Oh, wrong hex. I'm trying to click on the correct one. Mm, the difference is not huge. It is visible, that's for sure. Okay. On the other hand, I could place my anti-tank platoon down there, and that should be also fine. Yeah, sure. This is not. Oh, come on. This is not perfect. Hmm. Well, yeah, that position is better. Even if they decide to, well, if they penetrate my defense, I will be able to provide a lot of fire down that road. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to stack them. Risk it for the biscuit. I have to. I don't think I have any other option. Also, now I'm trying to find an order position for my last anti-tank platoon. I could send them north somewhere here. Oh, for example, over there. Let me select my anti-tank platoon and like here. This is a great position. Not gonna lie, this is really, really good position. I'm just not sure whether enemies will decide to attack from that direction. And it feels like it would be a little bit waste of resource. And I suppose they will try to push down south over here. Also, my firepower in that area is slightly smaller than in case of those areas here, since in the north and in the center I have martyrs, which are equipped with Milans and also one Milan team additionally, so it's a bit more weaponry available, a bit more armament. So yeah, I'm going to send my third anti-tank platoon as well down south. I'm pretty sure they will try to penetrate my defense following B29 highway. I don't know why, but that's my feeling. The area of Killingen and the area of mm, Westerhofen or Westhausen, that's going to be quite hot. Okay, so positions are selected. Now we can assign SOP. Let's edit SOP. Let's select default one. Tactical initiative slight, acceptable losses, moderate, preferred extent of range. We are going to decrease it down to 0. I don't want any kind of unnecessary movement. Fire discipline, of course, maximum range. Relocate when never. I know, but I'm pretty sure that they will relocate in place. I won't be able to fire back at anyone, and then I will need to lose time on coming back to a previous position. I think we've played one of those scenarios. I've tried to using different setting for relocate when, and it didn't work well. So let's stick to never for now. As I've said, Befel's tactic. Movement preference concealment, correct. Transports doesn't apply. And resupply trigger 25%. I'm going to decrease it down to 15%. Or maybe even 10. Let's stick to 10. And apply to this and later unit orders, and of course apply to all units of same type. Correct. Mm, we can close it, and now we need to switch to hold. Is hold updated? Yeah, in that case it is. Now let's go to second platoon. Let's switch to hold. This is not updated, so we need to do it manually. Let's switch to default, apply to this and later unit orders. And now first platoon as well. Let's switch to hold, apply, and as well default, boom, apply to this and later unit orders. And what you are going to see from that location, by the way, oh, this is nice position. Absolutely. We can both support north, we can support center, and we can support down south. Of course, that's only platoon 4 vehicles, but still, that provides us a lot of possibilities to support different directions. That's great. Okay, so that's it. We also have HQ and flag assigned to them. So let's grab HQ first. Guys, HQ for you will station where? Oh, it can station over here on that racetrack crossroad. Does it sound good? Nice concealment, nice cover. Yeah, let's do it. And let me take a look at your. Mm, I'm sorry, at your SOP. Ah, okay. I don't need to bother about that for now. Let's just switch to hold from screen. We can get some additional defense bonus, and I think for fourth company HQ as well from screen to hold. Okay, so that's it about HQ. And now we have also flag. What do you have? Those are two Gepards. What's the range of Gepards? Up to 4 kilometers. Hmm. Okay. This is pretty nice. The question is where we want to place them. 4 kilometers. Hmm. I don't know. Cannot find a good position for it. Preferably, it would be great to place it on some kind of high ground. What about that hex over here? It's so-so. It doesn't provide nice overview on that area. Let me take a look. Okay, that's gonna be a problem to place it in a decent position. Hmm. Okay. Well, I hate placing such kind of units. Uh, I don't think placing in Westhausen is a good idea. Actually, it provides nice overview and a lot of cover around, but it's a bit too close. What about that hex? Oh, from that hex, it's also quite nice. What's your range? Let me turn on LOS. Okay, effective for. Hmm. Well, we could station over here. Why not? Or over here. Let's turn on line of sight. Okay. It's a bit better over here. Also, we can use it as a radar, though. Look at that. We could scan all of that area if we place it here. So we should be able to spot enemy healers approaching us. Maybe let's try to maximize the potential of the radar itself instead of weaponry. Yeah, I think we'll go this way. So let's try to maximize the potential of radar. So by doing so, we can process the information where, for example, enemy heroes are approaching. That information should be downlinked to our SAM teams, Stinger sections, and Stinger sections should be able to destroy all of Hilos approaching our uh, positions. Okay, that's the plan. I think that should work quite nice. Of course, we are emitting radio transmission, which can be intercepted by enemy signal intelligence, so called. So we need to be careful, but that's fine. I think even if we lose that unit, it is what it is. That's not gonna be a huge problem. Now let's select the SOP. Tactical initiative, I think slight, acceptable losses minimal, preferred standoff range, we are going to decrease it down to 0, fire discipline maximum range, relocate when never, preference concealment, correct, rest doesn't really matter, let's apply to this in later unit orders as well, and let's switch to hold from screen. Correct? Correct. Perfect. And what else we could do? Almost 28 minutes, so we could grab, okay, that's my, what's the HQ of it? That's the, that's the battalion HQ, right? Yeah. Okay, and what's that at HQ? Oh, that's a brigade HQ, okay. Fair enough. So that's the battalion HQ, interesting. What do you have, by the way, guys? Two martyrs. Well, your goal is to survive and provide information, stream information downlink. Okay, that's fine. I think that for today it's everything. Just making sure, looking through the map. I think so. So we've managed to deploy the fourth company alongside with our anti-tank company, and that would be it for today. In the next video, we are going to deploy our leftovers, which is mortar company, two platoons each having three 120 millimeters Stampella mortars, and also we will probably set up SOPs for our armor battalion, tank battalion, since we are going to do that before we enter the battle. There is plenty of units. By the way, we have so many recon units. Look at that. Jesus, I don't even know what I'm supposed to do with them. They don't represent high combat value, so the only thing I can do is just try send and I don't know, scout terrain, or maybe I can send them north, try to outflank, find enemies HQ and so on, and then try to provide artillery fire on those positions. That might be interesting. And also, right, we have off-map artillery as well, so we can take a look at their SOPs. I think we are going to switch it, the fire discipline, to maximum range since it has only 14.5 kilometers range. Yeah, that's a bit short, but we'll manage that. Okay, so for today, that's it. I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully see you in the next one where we will continue our journey with an Autobahn too far scenario. So once again, thank you and see you next time. Goodbye.